Incredible as it might seem, the crippled Fukushima Daiichi nuclear plant might be the defining image of Japan's hellish week. A tragic series of malfunctions, explosions, and fires triggered by the massive earthquake and tsunami had the whole country fearful, and officials scrambling feverishly to avert nuclear disaster. Firefighters doused the reactors from the ground. Helicopters dropped thousands of gallons of water from the air in a desperate attempt to keep reactor fuel rods from overheating, melting, and spewing deadly radiation into the atmosphere.
They used a mix of fuel in those rods that included plutonium.
Cham Dallas is a nuclear expert.
It is very toxic. If you inhale plutonium or ingest it, it goes down into the body, and it is the most powerful emitter of radioactivity inside the body.
By the end of the week, workers were claiming success in laying electric cables to the plant. They hoped to restart giant pumps to circulate cold water and cool down the rods. It's a long shot that, even if successful, could take weeks to lower the heat. Meanwhile, the Japanese government established a 20-mile danger zone around the plant. People living nearest the plant were evacuated to shelters outside the zone and scanned for radiation. "Are you worried?" this woman was asked. "That's why I'm here," she says. "It's frightening. I look at my children and worry." The detection of low levels of radioactive iodine in milk and spinach around the plant, even in drinking water in Tokyo, did little to calm nerves.
I think it's now time to go to a safer spot.
The United States is providing transportation to safe areas for Americans living within 50 miles of the plant. Airports are crowded with people taking flight. If you need a yardstick to measure the horror of this nuclear crisis, consider that in Japan's hellish week, it overshadowed this. A week ago, the world was transfixed by images of such tremendous, terrifying power. Northeastern Japan was shaken to its foundation by a magnitude 9 earthquake, then battered by the fury from the sea, a tsunami that pushed in at least 4 miles, that broke and twisted and laid waste to everything it touched. We made it to the hard-hit city of Sendai. And today, this is what's left. These cars, the city, mired in mud and debris. Everyone here will tell you the earthquake was monstrous but survivable. The tsunami was the killer. It came in over those trees, says Shoichi Wagatsuma. Architect Goto Masanori built his house. The tsunami took it away.
Everything is gone.
Survivors were left with no electricity.
No water, no shops, no convenience stores, no phone.
Yutaka Kumagai lost relatives when the tsunami swept in.
It's too big to explain it. It's like Hiroshima after, atomic bomb to me.
The Los Angeles search and rescue team came to look for survivors. They found none. Chief Larry Collins.
Tsunamis, by their very nature, are not very survivable because you get battered and you get drowned and then you get crushed.
Crushed physically, crushed emotionally. Shoji Yamada lost his house. His daughter-in-law and 2 grandsons, 4-year-old Yutaro and 3-year-old Junosuke, are missing. I just hope if they're dead, mother and children were all together, he says. A sad wish for a sad time. In Sendai alone, there are more than 70,000 people living in shelters, and they are the lucky ones. The official death toll now more than 7,600. More than 11,000 people are missing, and the living are left to cry.